Hey y'all, welcome to Cooking with Denver, and today we're going to make homemade chili. Before we begin, viewer discretion is advised. I do have a tendency to use some bad language when I cook, and I apologize for that. Parents, I will do my best not to use the F word. I have attempted not to do it, but viewer discretion is advised. So welcome to Cooking with Denver, y'all. I'm Denver, and as always, there's my mom back there on the camcorder. My daughter's hiding over here in the corner. Gonna be the gopher. Go for this, go for that. And we're making chili. How many of y'all love chili? I love chili. But you know, the problem with chili is it takes everything in your freezers, refrigerators, and cabinets to make. So what I have done is I've devised a recipe for chili with my help of my mother. And we have come up with a way to do it just using what was left over from the course of the week. So what we're going to do when we start here is we're going to take some cooking spray, just some good old generic cooking spray, and we're going to spray the inside of a pan. And what that does is that's just going to help keep it from sticking and make it a little easier to come clean up time. So spray it with a little cooking oil. And then this is a pretty simple recipe. It's real easy. First thing we do is you get yourself a thing of V8 original tomato juice. That's right, tomato juice, and you just pour it right in there like so. And you're thinking, well, you just sprayed that thing and now you're putting liquid in there which is going to take the spray off. No, it's not. Yes, it is, but that's okay. Then I always add 1 can of tomato soup to mine. I don't know why, I just do it. It's just the way it is. And then 1 can of crushed tomatoes. Now you can use stewed tomatoes and chop them up yourself. You can use fresh tomatoes and chop them up yourself. But y'all know when you're cooking with Denver, you're using ingredients from the grocery store local, and you're not spending umpteen dollars at the big old stores. You're using your down home Walmarts and whatever. And that there is going to give us our tomato consistency. Now my mom does not like overabundance of chili beans. I like chili beans, she don't. So as always, this recipe is for her chili beans and not mine. 1 can of chili beans. Y'all put 2 cans in there. You see I'm wearing gloves? As always, if you ain't got gloves, wash your hands. There's that stupid virus out there that everybody's sick and tired of me talking about. So wash your hands or put on a pair of gloves. I happen to always have gloves around. Now, what I did is my mother went out, and usually we'll use everything left over in our freezer. Well, this is 1 pound of deer burger, and also 1 pound, believe it or not, of oh Lord, I lost the thought of it. Cube steak. Thank you, Mom. Cube steak. No, I did not put hamburger in it. So that goes right down in there. That's 2 pounds of brown meat. Just like so. Strike that right down in there. And chop the cube steak up. This is one of the few recipes you can use cube steak in, and it ain't going to come out dry. Because that would be a little weird if it did. You don't have to use deer burger up here in the north. It's November. Almost December, actually. No, it's December. Oh, look at that. December 1st. So we're going to have deer burger in our refrigerators, of course. This here is actually a little bit of sauteed onions left over from hamburgers we had last night. And some fresh onions. We ain't wasting nothing in our refrigerator. So those are both going to go right down in the chili. Now a lot of places think chili is supposed to be just a bunch of beans. What y'all thinking? Just a bunch of beans? That ain't chili. That's bean soup. But red. Up here we're going to use everything we have left over. We got some leftover chicken. Now with Thanksgiving just being a few days ago, you could have used leftover turkey. But this is a good way to get that leftovers eaten up. Put all that there in there. That's about 2 pounds of turkey. Or chicken. Or whatever the hell I said it was. There goes that cussing again, y'all. That's why you get that warning at the beginning. And you just pour that in there. Stir that up. You notice I'm using what's called a roaster. If you've got a big enough crock pot, go ahead and use it. I don't have a big enough crock pot. Well, I do have a big crock pot, but it's not big enough for my chili. You can also put this in a big pot, kind of like that one pot I showed you when we made the stock the other day. You could use that pot. You don't have to. Here's some leftover pork chops that Mom had cooked up. Actually, I think this was pork loin, to be honest with you. Let me see. I don't know what that is.
Roast.
Oh, pork roast. I don't know, but it's really good. And it's got a little bit of smokiness to it. Remember I told you I like smoky in my food? Now normally, again, I would add just a couple drops of liquid smoke to this. Okay? And that will give that nice smokiness, but because this pork's got that smokiness in it, it ain't going to need it. It's going to add it. And then here's the key. Y'all take your squash and your yellow zucchini, or your yellow squash and your green zucchini, and at the end of the fall, when you can't get none more of this, freeze it. That's all you gotta do. Chop it up and freeze it. And yellow squash and zucchini, still lightly frozen, with just a hair of water, goes right down inside there too. What happens is that gives it more of that meaty consistency. I just made a mess, go figure. Y'all seen this starting to become a thing with me? I'm making messes a lot when I'm doing these videos. And I just kind of push them down in there. And those are going to cook up. And because this chili is pretty much pre-cooked, you ain't got to cook it all day. This is a quick chili. This chili, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We could be done and eating dinner by 6 p.m. Now, if you want to do a chili that takes longer and you want to cook it all day, wait till about 3 hours, 4 hours before you're going to eat. Put your vegetables in. You can also add mushrooms to this. If you're a vegetarian, take out the meats, add your vegetables. Yellow squash, zucchini works really well. Mushrooms work really well. You can use black beans. You could use kidney beans. You can put all kinds of different beans in here. I mean, it really don't much matter how you do it. Now for the spices. Everybody's like, oh, I didn't put no spices in there. Well, yes, we are. We're going to put some garlic powder in there. And I'm going to put a nice liberal amount on top. I'm going to say close to 3 tablespoons. Roughly. And then the chili powder. Now, we just use a generic chili powder. This is by Stone Mill. So, I'm going to put it on my hand so y'all can see about how much. This is a big pot of chili. So we're going to put, about that much in there. And then we'll taste it here in a little bit. And if it ain't quite spicy enough, we'll add just a hair more. I know that seems like a lot, but that should actually, in truth, be just enough to make all this taste like good chili. If you like hot chili, you can add jalapenos, habaneros, poblanos. If you like really hot chili, you could add some ghost peppers. When I want to heat mine up, what I do is I use good old sriracha in my own personal plate, because I like mine spicy and nobody else really does. So I will put the sriracha right into the bowl, and then I put this on top of it. Now, when you're done, you turn this on 350 degrees for a minimum of 4 to 5 hours, and this will be perfectly cooked. When we serve chili up north here in my home, we serve it with 2 things. And y'all who are putting crackers in your chili, Mom, y'all weird. I don't understand why you'd want a mushy cracker inside your chili. But when we serve this, and it goes in the bowl, some cheddar cheese goes on top. Let it get kind of melty. You can put a dollop of sour cream if you like it. We also like to serve ours with grilled cheese sandwiches. Grilled cheese and chicken soup, grilled cheese and chili. Or peanut butter bread. That's right, in the north we use peanut butter bread. Try it one time before you knock it, Southerners, because I'm telling you, it's really, really good. And there's something about dipping that peanut butter in there or dipping that grilled cheese in there that just, whew. So that's how you take leftovers and you turn it into a hearty winter chili. Now, really? Yeah? Everybody heard you sneeze. When you're done with this chili and you've eaten, or if you're making this big old pot and you're a single fat guy like me, and you eat what you eat, take the rest out, put it in a butter dish with a piece of saran wrap on top and a piece of brown tape on top of the lid, and right on that brown tape, chili. December 1st, 2020. And put it in your freezer and freeze it. Then when you're done with it, you pull it out of your freezer, you slide it down into your pot, you heat it up till it's all nice and hot, and you got chili left over. This pot will feed my family once, maybe twice, and then the rest of it will go to the freezer. And this is a small pot really for us, but that's how you make chili, y'all. So I hope you keep yourselves warm this winter. And I just wanted to let you know that one of our subscribers, a lady, her name is Sandy, she asked for a special recipe to come out sometime this week. So sometime this week I'm going to be making homemade French onion soup, homemade croutons, and I will be prepping it up very differently than this. It doesn't go in a crock pot when I make it. So look forward to that onion soup recipe, and y'all have a good and happy holiday. Bye now.